Hey guys, Salvi here, just reminding you to, of course, like, subscribe, and follow, and all that kind of good stuff that YouTube asks if you enjoy what video I'm going to put out for you today. Thank you. The Gumpai situation got worse. There was, of course, she did her apology. I covered that apology the other day. And she does want to change some things. And, of course, she's not going to know everything that every single fan does. She should not be held responsible for everything a fan does to themselves or to others, because if it's an adult who did that, an adult who dealt with her, then there is a certain responsibility that the adult has for their actions and for, continuing on doing what they did. This person, unfortunately, is no longer with us, so let's talk about it here. Of course, I am not victim blaming, but let's go through the whole thing. Of course, Gumpai used to be a VTuber who was very, very controversial because they did a lot of the parasocial stuff, a lot of the GFE experience, the girlfriend experience, that type of thing with others. So parasociality would grow. Parasociality is, the extreme bond that, in this case was an extreme bond that someone had with her. And of course, with the GFE experience, as we know, with other VTubers who have done GFE or BFE, people can get really, really attached. So it says, of course, I'm just going over the apology that she had. She's trying to change, trying to make things better. But of course, whenever you have a past, people will bring it up. And someone did. Proctor Zakharov. For the curious VTuber Gumpai is a notoriously insane VTuber who started a fight with a famous plushie maker Kusa, slandering them multiple times. Gumpai was also caught with a boyfriend after building her entire brand on being a single GFE streamer who dated the viewers. That is taking the GFE streaming thing a little too far. If you, quote-unquote, date viewers, that can, of course, lead to extreme parasocial behavior, and it can be very manipulative. So I will give that part. However, significant at all, Gumpai had some body count. At least one of her fans is no longer with us, and blamed her for the exit note. Her emotional manipulation and psychopathic behavior have been well documented by numerous sources, including my own. Do not be fooled. The reason Gumpai is trying to reincarnate is because she's too lazy, toxic, and narcissistic to get a real job. This is just the person's opinion, of course. Very rarely call out VTubers directly, but in this case, I sincerely believe there is no coming back for Gumpai. At least this person does not want there to be a coming back for Gumpai. You do not change overnight after years and years and years of deliberate, premeditated acts of maliciousness. Of course, actions speak louder than words. Of course, like I mentioned in the last time that I did a video on her, remains to be seen. I'm not going to be watching their content, but it remains to be seen if they actually are that way. People will find out if you're manipulative again. People will find out if you're doing the GFE experience again, and people will call you out for it. There's absolutely, it's going to be happening. It's going to happen. Now, the situation that we have here is going to be very bad for her. It is absolutely very bad. I am not going to minimize what happened to this person. I'm not going to minimize the choice that they took. This is a tragic situation for the family and for the loved ones of this person who is no longer with us. So, what we're going to be doing now is going over what this person says here. The only reason she's admitted any of this because she knows the evidence is overwhelming and that she has betrayed, attacked, and insulted enough people. Pretending it never happened isn't an option. The thing is, of course, this person also has some document here, which is an encrypted document that they have and they've shared. And this little document, it's not necessarily a Google docu, it is a Word docu apparently, but it has the other things like, Muchin's video, a Google Drive link with screenshots of slandering Kusa, the Evan Star stuff on her, on the whole Gumpai situation, in case if anyone wants to see all that kind of stuff. And of course, the part that I'm interested in is the situation on CMM, the person who decided to no longer be with us, and the tragic decision that they've made. To whoever may read this, person I'm quoting is an ex-Gumpai fan. His last tweet and images are the tweets before it, was posted 3 days ago. Fear the worst may have happened. So they continue mentioning things. Meanwhile, even now, Gumpai does her online activities like the whole thing never happened. Basically, they were involved with the whole situation of her doing the GFE experience. I'm trying to get it a little bit closer to you guys for this. The guy says, I'm balling like an effing child. What kind of man does that? So effing pathetic. Need to effing doing that already. Basically, they were feeling very close to her, and they ended up feeling betrayed for what ended up happening. Alone 3 hours away from my parents, they can't stop me if I want one last hug. It says I haven't thought about anything else for the past 2 months. I'm broken. There's no way to get rid of these awful memories. All these fun, happy memories that I finally made with real people have turned into the darkest thing imaginable. This was after everything was found out about Gumpai. So this person felt like they were a part of a community, like they were a part of something, like maybe they had something with her, etc. And they did feel very betrayed and have that bad situation happen. This, like I said, is horrible. It is a tragedy. It is something horrible that happened. I am not going to minimize it in any way, shape, or form, because this person's actual feelings are very valid. They are valid, and I am not going to minimize that, because they deserve to be seen as they are, as they were, just a human being who wanted closeness, who wanted attachment, who wanted something better, something bigger, and they were betrayed. So leave this as it may. I'm not going to make a, you should do this or that or the other. I'm leaving you with the facts, and I am saying this is a tragedy that happened. Leaving you with the facts. You guys decide what to do with it. Of course, this is horrible that it happened. I will say that much. It's horrible that this happened, and that type of manipulation is never right. But you guys decide what you do with this. Of course, I personally, having seen this and having known this, I've already made my decision on whether I'm going to follow Gumpai's channel or not. And you guys should, of course, make yours. This is just a bit of a funny thing. It doesn't really have any significance to news or whatever. It's just the funny way the algorithm works, both on Twitter. I'm never going to call it X. Well, I just call it X, but I'm just giving you an example. I'm never going to officially call it X. It's Twitter to me. Shachi was saying happy birthday to my dog. And then, of course, after that, you have dog in bread. in bread, dog. So in pieces of bread, that's Korone, of course. Just weird how it shows you a dog right after it says happy birthday to my dog. Just the weirdness of the algorithm. But it's fun how, how cute it looks and how much she just, enjoys herself and has fun. In some sad news for Sara Nagare's community, she is deciding, of course, to take an indefinite hiatus. She's Sara Ever After Serpent Storyteller. Of course, she's gotten pretty popular lately. She's gotten pretty big for, the community that she's been able to grow. She's been able to do a lot with her community, 25.4K. And of course, she says here, Dear Saramors, I believe I said it correctly, with the end of the Desert Bus stream, we have reached our final destination. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all of the wonderful memories we created for over the past 3.5 years. Your dedicated support will forever be appreciated, and your contributions to the story of Sara and Jean will always be remembered in the history books. This story may have reached its end, but there are new ones to be written, including yours. Continue doing your amazing things, Sarah Moores. I will always be proud of you. I look forward to a day when we can tell me about all your journeys too. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be your serpent storyteller. Until next time, Sara Nagare. Channel memberships have now been disabled. If you have any final messages for Sara, please feel free to use the following form. We'll also check tags periodically, so any submissions to the tags will be seen eventually. Of course, this does suck for this. It says 2023 Australia was treated to Nana and others here, as mentioned there. Those type of things, she was able to go in 2023 to Australia. It is wonderful to see people giving their all and, responding to everything that happened there. That's happening here with their kindness, appreciation for her, and the love that they have for her. So I do wish her the best in whatever journey she's taking next, whether it be an agency or something in her personal life. I do wish her the best. And this is, of course, Salvi here a little bit after this, basically editing Salvi here. It did disappear on me for a little bit. I don't know why it disappeared on me suddenly. You guys saw it happen on the actual video, but this is what they were talking about. They did some, keynote stuff on Note at the end, make a damn good one. Love your story, how you became a VTuber, and sure your next chapter will be even brighter. So they did go, they did some singing, some karaoke, some things like that. So you can, let's listen in a little bit on here. So of course, that it was the part that I wanted to show you guys, that she was loved no matter what, wherever she is, and she's going to do well in the end. Nyana Banyana is a VTuber who's going to be graduating soon. She isn't graduated yet, and she has done her, 3D, the big 3D concert that she has planned every single year. Every single year she does it. So every single year she's able to do this. I think she's done it for like 2 or 3 years by now. I think at this point, this is all done on her dime. She's helped people get the 3Ds and things like that, as I mentioned before. She has a team working on it. The team was having issues. The team was, there were a lot of technical things going on that she had no control over. So it took forever for this to come out. It's supposed to be out, I think, the July 1st or whenever it was. And July 4th. And it got delayed again and again and again and again. And it was, it was unfortunate that all these delays ended up happening. I think originally it was supposed to be in June, late June. Then it became a July 4th thing, and then, that kind of stuff. So, moving on from there, she did actually finish doing it, the full concert, 3 hours and 15 minutes, etc. I'm not going to go over all of it, of course, just a couple things here. And also, a lot of this music, in fact, 99% of this music is copyright strikeable. So, I do have to be very, very careful how I do these things. I have to be very, very careful how I promote, push these things forward. So, if you see here, crunchy audio, crispy audio, deep fried audio, it's because I did get copyright struck. If you don't hear the music in the background, it's because I got copyright struck. Just letting you know.
In that coffin, numbers adding to the marks, and it felt the way we toss them. They won't smoke Super Bowl.
There you go, Indian mixture. Of course, that is all I can show for now. I'm showing things here and there, of course. This is a summer concert, so it's going to have bikinis. They do cover the thighs for, I'm guessing, Twitch purposes, but they do have, thighs covered, that type of thing. Twitch can be very, very, very strange with that kind of stuff. So Vlure girls are there. A lot of other people, Alien Mixture. There was Rima Evanstar was there. I haven't been able to actually see which one she's a part of, but she was there too. Nyana Banyana. A lot of different people were there. And of course, it is great to see her to finally be able to do it after all of the technical difficulties that had happened. It had to get redone and redone and redone. Of course, the girls already did their singing, but a lot of the 3D was like either desynced or something like that. So they had to fix a lot of technical issues in the background. Very glad that she got it done. And I do hope that with the next step that she's taking, the dream that she's going to be able to fulfill, the chance that she got, that's a once in a lifetime chance, ends up being something amazing for her. Projekt Melody of Vshojo is having a birthday, or at least her birthday is very recently as far as I know, because according to this, it is the birthday party is going to be on 7/13. I believe her birthday has passed, but her birthday party is going to be on the 13th, which is on a Sunday. But as of the 7th, that was her birthday. That's why it is not having any kind of balloons here. The balloons would have been another day previously. So of course, a lot of people are saying happy birthday, happy birthday. A lot of people happy birthday Gooner. A lot of people happy birthday Cutie Mel. Everybody is very happy that Mel is, you know, of course, having her birthday. It's another year with her, of course, her crazy self, her wild self. She does have, I believe, an anime or like a H anime or that kind of stuff out. She does have, you know, gamer subs, other things out there. She is very busy doing a lot of things for herself. She is a wonderful creator. And of course, I do want to say once again, happy birthday, Projekt Melody. And thank you for all the laughs, all the fun. And of course, you have your science team who loves you very much as well. If you know, you know. Aoi Sakura is an independent Japanese female VTuber who used to be Yuki Chihiro of Nijisanji. When she left, she ended up creating an agency called Reborn, which is basically the way it's spelled is down here, Re, and then Bon, B-O-N. So they created that to kind of allow, you know, V-singers and stuff like that to try to get V-singers together. And right now, what they've been doing is that they have not only been doing concerts, they've also been having, I believe, Apex Legends type of invitationals, that type of stuff. So they've been doing a lot of things. Today, I'm talking about them, though, because they are doing this concert here, this, you know, live stream concert type of thing. Not an actual location concert, but, you know, a concert stream. And let's just take a look. Let's see what she's been doing today. She's been able to do all this kind of stuff for companies, helped her out a lot. And I'm going to, of course, remove the sound a little bit because it does get a little problematic for me, at least. But look, she's able to get all this done here. This does take a lot of energy, does take a lot of time, does take a lot of effort, does take a lot of money to get this done properly with the proper, you know, producers there, with the proper engineers, whether it be sound, the mocap, and also the 3D around there, the stage itself. So that takes a lot of time, energy, money, etc. She's been doing an amazing job at all of this, and I'm really glad to say that, of course, as you can see, she also has some merch, as there always is available, because she knows that merch is one way that you can get things in the hands of your fans. You know, if they want to support you, you can have it in their hands and them supporting you with something, a physical piece of, you know, merch, physical goods, physical things there, instead of just, you know, the amorphous other income that you can get from them. So that is great. I'm glad that she was able to do all of this. This is more of a short one compared to my other ones, because I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to her for doing everything that she's been able to do by herself, and probably also with some help, of course, of engineers and things like that. But she was the one who went forward and did all this for herself. So big congratulations to her, and I'm glad that she's been able to have so many wonderful moments like this. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, types, everything in between. I do this because I want it to be a positive space, and I want to push VTubing up instead of tearing anything down. Today we're talking about Snailmimi, who I've talked about in the news before, but I've never used in one of these before. But she is an indie who is fits the criteria that I usually have of being a smaller one. Pink Ornro Snail Girl, of course, and they do have something that they did before.
Stranger to blue water, dark and dusty.
So yeah, she did a little bit of singing there, of course, and you know, moving forward on her content, as well as putting stuff out on her her content here on the Hobo Barbie side. And of course, I will show you a little bit of it as well. This is her current form, and this is what I wanted to show you guys.
New area desu. Let's see. Gun. Give me that necklace.
And there you go. A little bit of everything. Thank you so much, Snailmimi, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.